Savior, sweet Savior, you're the Holy One, you're the Holy One, Yahweh, the King of Zion. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from anywhere you're going to get to watch this video. My name is Oluwatosin Olajumoke Aredidu, and this is a mentoring and coaching session with OOA. I am the host of the Today's Women's Discovery talk show, a talk show that holds every Sunday or every other Sunday, where we get to talk about various issues about life. The present program that is presently going on the talk show right now is the Transitional Woman, and we had the episode 7 on Sunday. If you're not a part of the show or you've not been able to catch up with it, just head over to our page right now on Facebook, Today's Women's Discovery talk show, and catch up on the last episode we had about the Transitional Woman. And if you want to also catch up with my videos on YouTube, just type Oluwatosin Aredidu. You're going to see a lot of my videos and the interviews I've had with several other women on the YouTube page. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about a very important topic and a kind of discussion that I've had with several people. And this conversation has also come up a lot on the social media. As a matter of fact, I wanted to talk about it sometimes about 2 weeks ago, but there was no time. However, I was really prompted to find the right time to talk about this topic when I saw a post on Facebook yesterday, and the post was written by Chichi Eriobu, and she narrated an event whereby someone posted a job advert, and this lady put in for the job, and she was selected. She eventually got the job, and for only when it was time for her to settle into the job, maybe after some few days, then she now told her employer that, well, I've always admired you from afar. You're someone I've always liked, and I'm also into food production like you. And I felt that the only way I could get closer to you to learn your rudiments and your trade secrets, in quotes, was to apply for the job and get into the organization. And the employer was thankful that she had not released a deeper version of their trade secret onto this lady. The lady was so nonchalant, and she was like, "Oh, I'm not going to work in your organization. As a matter of fact, I plan to leave in so days." Just so nonchalant. And I started to ponder, and what I realized was that even in law, that's criminal. That's like obtaining information through false pretense. So if someone is going to drag issues with her, she can actually be, nabbed for trying to obtain information by false pretense. But that's not even the main issue. That post prompted me to do this, or reminded me to do this, because I had always wanted to talk about this particular topic, because it's been an issue for a lot of people. It has destroyed relationships. It has destroyed friendships. It has, raised accusations and counter accusations. And I think that as a coach and as a mentor with several experiences, this is an opportunity for me to, shed light on this topic, so that one or two people could learn, one or two things from it. So the topic of this video, because I don't want it to be 25 minutes, I don't want my videos to be long, unless I'm doing a live chat. But if it's videos max 30 minutes, I just want to be done. So the topic is doing the same business as your friends. Please pay attention. As your friends, colleagues, neighbors, acquaintances, mentors, and mentees. You can actually do the same business as your mentor or as your mentee. So your friends, colleagues, neighbors, acquaintances, and mentors and mentees. So you can actually say, okay, doing the same business with people in your inner and outer circle. So the first thing you're going to ask yourself, because normally there's a particular saying that the sky is big enough. That's what people chant, of which is true. The sky is indeed big enough for every bird to fly, but everybody must know where they belong. A raven cannot fly at the same height with an eagle. A hawk cannot fly at the same height with an eagle. Everybody must know where they belong. So first and foremost, you must ask yourself, why do I want to do the same business as my friend, colleague, neighbor, acquaintance, mentors, and mentees? I'm being particular about these people because they are the people that are usually in the sphere of our influence, in our environment, in our vicinity. Your friends, your colleagues, your neighbors, acquaintance, on the social media, people that are your friend list that you relate with. You might not have seen them. They can also be regarded as your neighbors. Sometimes they can fall into the category of an acquaintance, and other times when you have brought the relationship, each and every one of us has had relationship with people that we met on the social media, and it became extremely deep. So when you move ahead of the social media and you begin to talk, you might even not have seen, but maybe a bond is being formed, then you can actually become friends aside being social media friends. So pay attention: mentors, mentees, neighbors, your acquaintance, colleagues. Your acquaintance can be your church member. Your colleague can be somebody that you work in the same office. These are the people that you see every now and then. So ask yourself, why do I want to do this business as this person is doing? That's the first step to be able to, to search your own heart. You have to be plain to yourself. If you are going to be deceitful towards other people, you must not be deceitful to yourself, because self-deceit is the greatest form of deceit that a person or an individual can do to themselves, and it's extremely dangerous. So ask yourself, why do I want to do this kind of business that this person is doing? Is it because you want their life? You must be able to establish this fact. What is actually prompting me? What is the motive behind doing this thing that this person in my inner or outer circle, this person that I see or I have a bit of a relationship with or a deep relationship with, why do I want to do the same business that they are doing? Then, is it because you envy them? You covet what they have? You have to establish. These are the things you need to ask yourself. Don't say, no, I don't used to envy. Everybody accuses other people of being envious. We are not envious. Other people are the ones that are envious. So you must sit yourself down and ask yourself, is it because I'm envious of them? Ask yourself. Is it because you want to also command their kind of influence? Sometimes we want to do the same business with people because we see that they are influential. We see the kind of influence that they command. So we begin to covet that kind of influence. Ask yourself, is it because I covet the kind of influence this person has? Is that why I want to do this kind of? You are forgetting that if you covet somebody's influence, we are different people. We are not created. We are each created differently. So ask yourself, is that what is nudging you to want to do the same kind of business that someone else is doing? Or is it because you want to enter into their harvest? A lot of people, they are stuck in trade is to enter into other people's harvest. Like the story I shared at the beginning of this video, the lady that went to that organization in order to learn their trade secrets. She actually wanted to enter into their harvest. Somebody has built, they've suffered, they've sweated, then you want to just go and pack all their resources in order to, join it to yours and to build your own thing. It doesn't last. Even if it lasts, there's always a reward. There's always a reward. So ask yourself, is it because you want to enter into the harvest? Ask yourself these questions and be sure to tell yourself the truth. Make sure that you establish the fact about the reason why you want to enter into the same business as your friends, neighbors, mentors, mentees, colleagues, or acquaintances. So, the reason why you should want to do a business someone else is doing should be because of two reasons. Personally, that is my own belief. It should be because you have a passion for that business, or you believe that you can make good money from that business. Passion for that business, you like it, you feel that you have passion for it. It's just that you didn't start on time. Perhaps you didn't get enough funding, or you didn't get enough motivation to start on time. But you have a passion. Perhaps as a writer, maybe your friend is a writer, and you've always had passion for writing, but you'll not be able to harness that talent in you. We all find ourselves differently. So fine, you have a passion for it. That's a beautiful reason. Or you believe you can make cool money. Maybe you want to increase your stream of income. Anything aside these two, you need to thoroughly search your heart. Because at the end of the day, if you are going to do a business because someone else is doing it, you covet it doesn't last. It's going to be as if you are now lengthening the journey of your life. You are wasting your time on fields that are not meant for you. So you must establish that. Why do I want to do what my friend, neighbor, mentor, mentee, colleague, or acquaintance is doing. So if you have been able to establish the fact, and it's because you have passion, or you want to make cool money, you want to make a standard of living for yourself, why not go ahead and do it? That is when you can now say the sky is big enough. Nobody has a monopoly of any business, but you must search your own heart. You must ask yourself thorough questions so that you don't begin to walk in a path that is not meant for you. Because at the end of the day, you might walk in that path successfully, but after a while, if it is not meant for you, you will eventually leave that path. And what's the essence of wasting your time? So you must ask yourself these thorough questions so that you can be able to choose a path that will be well established and that will align with your future. So number 2, don't come into that sphere of business with an unhealthy mind or with an intention to dethrone. Don't come into that sphere of business with an unhealthy mind or with an intention to dethrone your friend, your acquaintance, these people that are close to you in one way or the other. Don't come into that business because you want to dethrone them. Have a pure mind. So since you have established the fact that, okay, I have a passion for this business, I want to make cool money and also improve my standard of living by doing this business, then you must clear your heart. Don't begin to strategize how to dethrone your friend that is in the same line of that. This is where we begin to have conflicts. When you begin to strategize that, oh, how do I remove this person? Because you already believe that if you don't remove or get rid of that person, you cannot thrive. And it's a lie. True leaders don't have this kind of thoughts. True leaders, they don't have. We're going to get to that. Maybe in my next video, I will talk about that. But let's stick to this. So don't come into that sphere of business with an unhealthy mind. Don't begin to strategize or be looking at how to steal from your friend or that acquaintance. Don't begin to, sell narratives in order to remove them from the equation. Because this is what is very common. And it's very common to women, most especially women. They begin to think of how to dethrone the people that they've met there. Because they feel that without those people getting out of their way, they cannot thrive in the same business. It is not necessary. So clear your heart. I want to get into this line of business. Let your heart be pure. Clear your heart of any form of unhealthy thoughts, or don't begin to scheme. Don't begin to scheme. If anybody is going to scheme, let it not come from you. Just purify your heart and make sure that your heart is pure. Then get into the business. But make sure that you don't have unhealthy thoughts towards the people in your inner or outer circle that are doing the same business with you. You don't win when you begin to nurse these strategic negative thoughts, looking for ways to get rid of people so that you can rise. At the end of the day, you will fail. You won't win at the end of the day. And it will not last. It will not last. But whatever you build on that kind of premise doesn't last. So let's go on. And don't come into that business with an intention to poach. This is common to women. They begin to steal your clients. They begin to steal your customers. This is the social media era. We run our businesses online these days, and people are making cool money on the social media. Then you are coming into the same business with your friend, colleague, acquaintance, neighbor. Then you begin to use strategies to talk down their own business in order to exalt yourself. You do it in front of their customers and clients. Perhaps you have mutual friends. These are the strategies that they use. And these are the things that we don't talk about because people just want to shut you up and they don't want you to expose these things because they feel when you expose these things, they say your own is too much. But we need to begin to tell ourselves the truth, and we need to help one another because a lot of people are coming up and they don't understand all these things on the social media. So you need to maybe perhaps you have mutual friends with them. They begin to paint narratives that puts you in a bad light before your customers and your clients. That's poaching. When you're trying to steal from other people in order to better your own strategy, you are stealing, you are poaching, you're trying to paint them bad in order to poach their customers and their clients. It is not necessary. You don't need that. The sky is indeed big enough for everyone to fly, but everybody must know their own corner. You must know your weaknesses, your strengths. You must know your what do they call it now? This SWOT analysis: strength, weakness. What's that O and that T? I've forgotten. So you must know where you belong. You don't need to. Nobody has to leave the scene in order for you to thrive. It's not necessary. The sky is indeed big enough for everyone to try. So number 3, be wise and keep a pure heart. With wisdom, you can get whatever assistance you need. I'm telling you, I've had people come on to me and they be like, they are so open-minded, you know, the way they relate with me, then I go extra mile for them. I give them trade secrets. I give them things that can help them, and they actually want to do the same thing I'm doing. But because of the wisdom that they have exhibited, because of the kind of art that they are bringing towards me, because one thing you need to be aware of is that if you're coming to steal for some people, it's not everybody you can come and steal from. There are some people that you want to come and steal from. They have already seen that you're actually coming to steal from them. So they are prepared. Sometimes they might not see you, but immediately you come, they know that you're coming to steal from them. So it is very important that you keep a pure heart. Be open-minded, be wise, move in wisdom. There's nothing you cannot obtain from anyone in this life as long as you are wise and your heart is clean. Even the universe, the earth will support you once you have a clean heart. Things will work in your favor once your heart is pure. But when you begin to nurse devious strategies and negative thoughts, it sends out energies, and if the people you're trying to deal with, if they're people that are extremely spiritual, they pick it up. So you need to be extremely wise, and you need to keep a pure heart. People are out there that will help you. There are mentors and coaches that will help you and point you in the right direction, but you need to do it in the right way. Don't do it with an intention to take people out of the way before you can try. Don't do it with an intention to crush people or to steal from people, to poach from people, to demote people's businesses in order for you to promote yourself. You don't need it. You don't need it. So also, don't be sneaky. Don't be sneaky. If you're going to meet a discerning mentor and you are sneaky when you're coming to meet them, maybe you want, a mentor is somebody that's walked the path before and you want them to show you that same path. So this mentor can come in form of your friend. Maybe your friend is doing a business and you want to do the same business as your friend is doing, because you feel that you have established the fact that I'm going to thrive in this business and I have a passion for this business. Don't become sneaky or begin to play some kind of games. These are the things that create conflict. Be open-minded. My friend, I want to do this kind of business. Please teach me. How do I do it? And don't obtain by false pretense. Be open-minded. These are the things I wish. This is what I have. How can you help me? Teach me, show me. And don't get information from them and now begin to use it against them. This is another common thing. You move closer to people in order to get information from them. You behave in a humble manner, whereas deeply you're not a humble person, but you bring yourself down because of what you want to get from them. And after you have gotten what you want from them, you become their enemy. That's not the way to go about it. All these things, they have rewards. So you need to be careful. Most especially if you want to plant something that will be transgenerational, you need to be extremely careful. You need to do things the right and the appropriate and godly way. So don't move closer with an intention to steal. Okay, wait, I've not gotten to that. Be wise, like I said, be wise. Move in wisdom. Wisdom in this sense means humility, realness, kindness. There's a way you talk to people that you would disarm them. You would disarm whatever insecurity that they might have. But you need to be wise. You need to extremely be a spiritual person so that you can get the right support that you need. But the moment you are sneaky, if you are moving closer to someone, a mentor that is spiritual, they will know. But if they are godly people, they might play along with you, but you will not still get the deep things that you're supposed to get from them. Why? Because you're coming with a sneaky heart, and they have already seen it that this person is trying to be sneaky, and there's going to be a brick wall. So the depth of the thing that you're supposed to get, you will end up not getting them. Why? Because in your wisdom, you are also being sneaky. So be pure-minded, be real, be kind, be humble. Just be willing to learn so that they can, teach you what they want to teach you. And, obtaining information by false pretense is not godly. Look at what the Bible says in Proverbs chapter 10, verse 9. Whoever walks in integrity walks securely. When you walk in integrity. In fact, this topic is deeper than, there are a lot of things to talk about it. When you walk securely. When you move closer to a mentor, I want you to teach me This mentor can be your friend, though. Don't get me wrong. A mentor is somebody that's worked a path. So it can be your friend, colleague, acquaintance, whoever. But there are people that you have been seeing. They are within your hemisphere. They are within your vicinity. You see them, you run into them one way or the other. So when you obtain the information that you need from them with integrity, you are secure. By the time you establish your own business, you are not afraid. You are not beginning to strategize how to, you know, protect yourself. Why? Because you went to them with an open heart. You are not being sneaky or funny when you wanted to get information with them. So that's what the Bible says. Proverbs chapter 10 verse 9. Whoever walks in integrity walks securely, but he who makes his ways crooked will be found out. When you are crooked in your ways, at the end of the day, they will figure you out. And these are the things that causes conflict from us. Then accusations of envy, jealousy will not be thrown around. Why? Because you obtain information with false pretense. Perhaps you don't even like them. They are friends or acquaintances or colleagues or mentors or mentees that you don't like. But because of what you wanted to get from them, you behave as if you were humble. You got the information. At the end of the day, because of the devious nature that you have, you begin to use same information to fight them. Then they find you out. Tell me, how are you also secure? Because the people you are fighting with the information you got from them would also try to protect themselves. So always give yourself a soft landing. Move closer to people, mentors or mentees, people that are doing the same thing that you want to do. Move closer to them with a pure mind. You know what we see? There's something a pure mind does to us. It kind of paves the way for us. Even when people want to fight you, when you have a pure heart, it fights for you. The pureness of your heart would pave the way for you. There are a lot of struggles that you will not have to go through because your heart is pure. Even when people want to fight you, they just realize that they can't fight you. Because why? You have a pure heart. The energy that is coming out from you will not permit them to even fight or do you evil. Why? Because you have a pure heart. And when you're sneaky, people smell it. When you're sneaky, you are obtaining information from people with false pretense, false humility. You sing their praises just because of what you want to get from them. Then when you get what you need from them, you begin to insult, to lash out, to mock, and to drag them. If you are guilty of this, you need to change. You need to begin to do things appropriately because these things, they all have a reward. So let's go on. Then don't spring up a surprise. A lot of people want to do the same business as their friends or their mentors or mentees. They will go and hide. You are in the same vicinity. These are the people that you relate with. You want to do the same business as them, then you just bring it out as a surprise. Sometimes we do these things because we are not yet mature. But the moment you become mature and you begin to understand life, then don't do stuff like that. Don't spring out a business that your friend is doing as a surprise towards him or her. How do you want them to feel? Put yourself in their shoes. Then they see you, maybe your friend is selling a clothing items, or your friend is into wigs or weaves and all that. And you have an intention to begin to sell weaves. You didn't tell her. Then all of a sudden, the following day, you came out with your own weaves. How do you want her to view you? No, put yourself in that shoes. She's going to look at you like a betrayer. But you know, these are the people that come up with lines like, "This guy is big enough." Why? It's defense mechanism. That's why when I see people chant, "This guy is big enough," I always want to understand where they are coming from. Where is this person coming from? You know, sometimes I realize that we don't understand commitment in relationships, in friendships. We don't understand commitment. We don't understand loyalty. We are being ruled by our desires. We don't understand the rules. Okay, sorry, a message came in. We don't understand the rules of relationships, the boundaries. When you call somebody a friend, I'm not talking about casual friends, even acquaintances, people that you see. They are going to see you. What do you want them? See, we are humans. Let's put ourselves in other people's shoes. A friend that you still talked with yesterday, you had a chat, you relate, you share deep things, you share secrets, you talk about your families, you know each other, you love each other. Then the next day, this person that you had a conversation with just came out with the same business. They are launching their new business, the same line of business as you. How do you want them to feel? We need to apply wisdom when we're doing. Nobody is saying don't do the same business as your friend. But are you doing it the right way? Perhaps, okay, people say that, oh, my friend will not allow me to do it. So this person is a jealous friend. They don't want me to move. Do your part. Nobody can stop you, but do your part. Walk up to them. Ore in Yoruba is friend. Friend, I want to do this business. I have a passion for it. I believe I can make money from it. Be open. See, some friends will not still understand. They will tag you as being envious of what you're doing. But do your part. Do your part and be responsible. Don't spring out a surprise. It will cause conflict. The energy that you're supposed to use to build your business, you'll be using it to solve issues that you could have handled with wisdom. So things like this crop up. Maybe you feel that, okay, it is what my friend is doing, that, okay, I have a passion for it. Maybe perhaps your friend started before you. You've always lost the idea, but you didn't have the right funding or you didn't have the right push. Then when it's before you had it, your friend had already started. Discuss with them. If they are mature people and God-fearing people, they will not stand in your way. And if they want to stand in your way, make sure you do your part. And make sure that you are not also, they don't bully you into not doing what you think is right for you to do. As long as you have established the fact that it's not because you are envious or you're trying to steal their influence or you're trying to enter into their habits. As long as you have struck out all those things and you just know that this is what I want to do. I have a passion for this business and I know that I will succeed at this business. Go ahead and do it. Nobody will stop you. So, I don't want this video to be more than 30 minutes. Let me see. So you might think you're smart by hiding such information from people and you see every day, like your friends, acquaintances, mentors, and mentees. But what you're doing, if you spring out such a surprise on them, what you're doing is that you're going to start a cold war. If they are mature people and they don't want you to feel that they are envious of you, just understand the fact that if they put you here before in their hearts, you will drop down here. You will come down close to their stomach. Why? Because they're going to think, they will internalize it. They will see it as a betrayal because you didn't carry them along. So be open-minded. I'm not saying you are the one who understands your friends. So you understand these people that you are in a relationship with one way or the other. But do your part. Be responsible and be prayerful. There are some people that I know that this world is deep. There are some people that you share things like that with and they will not, it won't work because they will fight you with everything that they have. But do your part and be prayerful. Above all powers, God power supersedes. So no matter how the person is coming to fight you, maybe with bad thoughts, bad imaginations, everything is subjected to Jesus. Or you can subject all those imaginations to Jesus Christ. And they will not have any power over you, but be responsible. Be responsible. It is extremely important. So, I'm going to round off now. So even if they are bad people, do your best to hint them. As long as they are in your inner or outer circle, the people that you see every day, try to, and you will not see, because people might be in your outer circle and you don't have any form of relationship with them. But people that you have a kind of relationship with, and they will get to see, make sure that you carry them along so that they don't feel betrayed or feel like, oh, this one is just, this is a fast one. Then they begin to look at you in a very vicious manner. They begin to send bad energies to you. Just do your part. So above all, you can do the same business as your mentor. Some mentors don't even want to do the same business as their mentee. And when they want to do the same business as their mentee, they will do ogboju. Ogboju in Yoruba is strong face. You don't need it. If your mentee is doing a business and you think that you want to do the same business, move closer to them. You can now switch roles. Nobody says that because you have been a mentor to someone, then you must be in that position of mentor forever. What if they know things that you don't know? That is the time for you to apply wisdom and switch roles. Be humble enough to switch roles so that they can teach you. Your mentee can be your mentor. You might be the first one that mentored them, and maybe perhaps you're older than them, or you had the opportunity to mentor them. But if there are areas that they know more than you, and you want to enter into that area, let them mentor you. Don't be doing strong face and be like, I can't bring myself down. After all, I'm the one that first mentored. Without me, would this person have been able to do what they are doing? I mentored them, so they must bow to me. Maybe you now use power to bully them. Sometimes some of these mentors, they bully the mentees out of that field so that they can establish themselves. It's not right. Move closer to your mentee. Teach me. Let them mentor you. It's not going to remove anything from you. They will mentor you with respect and regard. Let's play our part. Once we play our part, the world is beautiful. If we do our part, The world will move beautifully for each and every one of us. But we owe ourselves the duty of care to do our part so that there can be peace. Because peace is extremely important if you want to thrive in whatever it is that you're doing. So come with an open heart when you want to discuss such issues with people. Maybe you want to get into the same line of business with them. Come with an open heart. Be sincere. Be real. Don't talk down their business in front of people. Don't demean their business. Even if they're doing some things that are not right, you are not in the position. As long as you're doing the same business with them, don't. You can sell yourself powerfully without having to demean other people's way of doing things. It's all about wisdom and a pure heart. If your heart is clean and you're not competitive in nature, or you are not beginning to compare yourself with other people, you sell yourself powerfully and beautifully without having to demean anyone in the process. I believe these are the attributes of true leaders. Sincere and true leaders don't bring people down in order to promote or celebrate themselves. So don't promote your business by demoting other people's business. It is not right. It is not ethical. Most especially on the social media, people promote their businesses by subbing or shading other people's businesses or shading their way of doing things. It is not ideal. Once I know that you are that kind of person, I won't even patronize you. If I say that you do it to people in your circle or around you, you drag, or people that are not even your circle, but your mode of promoting yourself is by bringing other people's businesses down. I will not patronize, because I love people with integrity. I will not patronize you. I just see you as someone that doesn't have you don't have strength of character. You are weak, and you are being ruled by envy, jealousy, unhealthy competition, and self-comparison. Promote yourself powerfully and confidently without having to demote or demean other people's ways of doing their own business. So, in conclusion, Philippians chapter 2 verse 3 says that do nothing from rivalry or conceit. Can you hear that? Do nothing from rivalry or conceit, but in humility, count others more significant to yourselves. When you count other people are more significant to yourselves, but the Bible is not saying demean yourself. But when you count other people as more significant to yourself, it gives you the grace to be able to treat them right. It gives you the grace to be able to love them, to treat them as Christ would want us to treat one another. Because when you look at them, I won't want to hurt this person. Don't let me treat this person like this. If I do this thing to this person, it's not godly. Because why? You are counting them as more significant than you. It doesn't mean that you are devaluing yourself, but because you don't want to do things to destroy relationships or do things to hurt people just because you want to celebrate or promote yourself, it would tamper or help you to treat people as you want to be treated. That's the golden rule. It's in the Bible. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Also, Matthew chapter 7 verse 12 says that here is a simple rule of thumb. That's the Message version for behavior. A simple rule of thumb for behavior. Ask yourself what you want people to do for you. That's what I've just said. Then grab the initiative and do it for them. Add up God's law and prophets, and this is what you will get. So how do you want people to treat you? Do you want people to demean your own business, devalue your business? Or you want people to treat your business very well? Or you want people to not to demean you in order to promote yourself? So don't do it to other people. You want to enter into the same business that your friend, colleagues, mentors, mentees, acquaintances, or the people in that category are doing. Be open-minded. Don't look for ways to push them out so that you can establish yourself. Don't look for ways to demean what they're doing in order to promote yourself. Just be genuine. Be real, be open-minded, move closer to them, teach me with an open mind, not with the intention to obtain by false pretense. No. Be open-minded, get what, and not after you have gotten what you need, don't begin to go out there to talk them down, because you now know them. You've seen their inner world. Don't begin to use it to make narratives. This is very common. Once people have seen into your inner world, especially in this social media era, you see them writing subs and shades. Even when they write things that are educative, they chip in these subs and shades inside. Why? Because somebody has brought them closer and they've seen into their inner world. Don't be caught in such circle. It's it cheapens you, and it makes people who have a strong sense of character to distance themselves away from you. So, well, we've spent about how many minutes? 35 minutes. Oh my God, I didn't plan it. I hope you are going to get to watch to the end of this video. If you have been blessed by it, please share with people. Let them learn one or two things from it so that they can also do things appropriately. You know, we have to do things to eradicate conflicts in our society. Let's do things that will not promote conflicts. Let's do things that will promote love and peace. So, in conclusion, you can do the same business as your friend, acquaintance, colleagues, mentors, and mentees are doing. But you need to take responsibility and do things appropriately. Don't be sneaky. Don't come into the business with an intention to dethrone them. Don't begin to poach their customers and clients. Just come with a pure mind. Learn what you need to learn from them. Grow your own field, and the Lord will bless the works of your hands in the mighty name of Jesus. Once again, my name is Oluwatosin Olajumoke, and I am the identity coach amongst many hats I wear. If you have been blessed by this video, please share and let other people also be blessed by it. Till I come your way again sometimes in my next video, have a lovely day, lovely night, and lovely week, and God bless you. Bye-bye.